No, they wasn't small
I'll
at
be
all.
little conventions or something.
Yeah.
I know this is huge.
Speaking of homes,
That was my first taste at business.
How do you find a deal? How do you find what you want to get involved with? How do you find a building? How do you what do you look for in when in the process of you trying to make money?
So we look for a value add opportunity. We look for motivated sellers, and sometimes we look for a distressed property. All those years of putting in work and develop and dedicating yourself and developing your skill set for that one moment to change everything. And I didn't want that no more for myself. I didn't even want to put my life at that risk because time was everything, and your health is everything. So I had to figure out how to use my mind.
welcome to City Sports Talk. I'm your host, Ron Marquez. Today's guest, a three-time champion at Las Vegas High School, Spring Valley graduate, Northern Arizona University, and also came home to UNLV. Entrepreneur, gym owner. This guy's done it all. Aeeon Smith, how you doing?
I'm doing
Man,
well.
welcome
I'm
to the
doing
pod.
Appreciate
Welcome to the
y'all
pod.
having me.
Man, the intro's long for you. Short amount of time,
Yeah.
and you accomplished a lot of your life. But you played football,
Mhm.
Vegas High School when they first came up. What made you go to Vegas? Were you already living in the area, or how'd you go? Because it was newly built around the time you went.
Yeah, so I grew up on the east side. So I was raised on the east side, went to elementary school on the east side, went to Harney Middle School. So it was natural for me to go to Vegas. We was inspired to go to Vegas right away. It's a privilege to be a Wildcat at the end of the day.
Oh man, get out of here! Man, knock it off.
You know what I mean? No, but so I mean, so yeah, growing up on the east side, playing football with them, that was probably one of the pinnacle moments of my life, building character. We're playing under Coach Faircloth. That was
another
one of the
name.
greatest.
That's a name for the city, yeah.
Yeah. So,
But you, Vegas it was essentially like we've said this plenty of times. It was a Gorman before Gorman.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, we were kicking. I
Everybody.
can cuss on.
Everybody,
We was kicking ass.
everybody,
We was
everybody.
whooping, Gorman every year, man. We won 3 state championships, and then I won 3 state championships. They kept on going,
Yeah.
and ended up going to the semifinals 2009. So it was a great program for sure.
Man, they beat us 26-0.
Yeah.
Bro,
Who
4
y'all play for?
touchdowns.
Who you play for?
Valley,
Valley?
yeah. Everybody. That's all right. Well, we say it's our rival, but we ain't never beat y'all, so it can't be a rival. I know, right? Vegas and Valley, I know.
Every year, taking it home.
But basketball, different story, though. But yeah, we gonna stick to the.
Did you play any other sports going to Vegas?
I played basketball as well. Yeah.
How were you in that?
I was pretty good. Ended up getting some looks in basketball as well, but football was my heart, man.
Just staying in shape.
My whole family played football, and that was just something that we was developed to play. I'm developing my sons to play as well.
Were you had an uncle or something that played in the NFL?
I had my uncle Craig Newsom, Alfonso, Aaron Alfonso.
Yeah.
He played for the Cardinals, and then Craig Newsom played for the Green Bay Packers. So, yeah, I have family that played in the NFL, and always inspired to make it to NFL. That was kind of our plan A for sure.
Yeah.
So what got you going to Spring Valley? Because I mean, you're dominating over at Vegas. Why leave?
You want to go into that? Huh? No, so, no. So back, I was a hothead back in the days. Like it was even though that I had the talent, the mindset was different. Then it was more of a place where I was getting into a lot of trouble. So my parents actually made me move, and they had to plot, like basically pick me up and force me to leave because I was Wildcat in my heart for sure. But going to the Spring Valley kind of humbled me a little bit, kind of got me back grounded. I started really focusing on getting my education and becoming an actual student athlete, not just running around playing football, but actually, you know what I mean, trying to get to college. And
That's dope.
yeah.
But how is it going from like you have all your friends at Vegas and you have to go across town? How is that transitioning into a new school at a young age like that?
I mean, it was tough. It was tough. It was a very confusing moment. I guess I didn't. All my highlight tapes was at Vegas.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and they wouldn't even let me take my highlight tapes from Vegas. So they kept all my highlight tapes. So I had to create something whole new. Had to create new friends. Had to create a whole new image of myself. And this one, just being in that environment where you're not around people that are active. You know what I mean? On a negative aspect, you kind of. I mean, it's all about your environment. You the fifth person. You're around 4 bad people that's game banging, or you're around 4 people that want to graduate and go to college. You're gonna be the 5th. So I ended up, you know what I mean, changing my life
That's
around.
real. That's
and
deep. That's good.
Wanting to graduate.
That's good stuff.
You are who you surround yourself
Exactly,
with.
100%.
So, I mean, your parents had a vision for you that you had more for yourself.
They saw it more than I did, and I know that it was probably hard for them taking me out of Vegas as well and moving across the city, but they did it with best interest in mind for sure.
But obviously, with that, you know, your winning habits continue, and you take it to Spring Valley, and you do pretty well over there. So
100%.
winning is a habit for you, and everything you've done up to this point.
Exactly.
So how do you continue that?
So I took the lead right away. Like, being that we did come under a good program, it was easy for me to adopt their program, especially when it came to the weight training and everything like that. But I took the leadership role. I seen what winning was like, and people knew where I came from. So they looked at me. I would give all the speeches before the games, just kind of trying to hype the team up. Just seeing coming from a more leadership aspect versus, I mean, just a transfer.
Yeah.
And I mean, people adopted to that, and we all, I mean, fell in line. Everybody was working harder in the weight room. And I can't say it's because of me, but it's when you see somebody else doing something, it always higher your standards as well. You get to see, like, okay, this is what they doing over here. If we really want to win, this is what winning looks like. So people started to follow lead, and we ended up doing pretty much better than like half the was. Spring Valley's a newer school, so when it came, they weren't winning games.
Yeah.
This season, 2009, we ended up going all the way to the finals, so it was pretty good, all the way to the playoffs. So best season that they had so far. I don't know how they doing now.
The east side ain't doing good.
Yeah,
that side ain't doing good, but
all Bishop Gorman right now.
yeah, that's one.
And my little brothers went to Bishop Gorman, so that was a good move too for them.
Oh yeah, so yeah, your parents had a vision for sure.
Exactly. Yep.
So how'd you get recruited? Because you didn't go to Northern Arizona right off the bat, did you?
I went to Northern Arizona right out of school,
okay.
man. I got a scholarship to NAU, and then you get into a point in your life where you believe that it was a D1 AA at this point.
Yeah.
Like, so you get into a point where you want more. Like, you think that you belong a certain place. Like, I want to go D1, and I wasn't settling for nothing. So I was willing to go to a junior college and go through that process just to earn my way back up to go to D1, which I ended up being successful by going to UNLV. So my plan actually worked out. It was tough, trust me. Going back from a D1 AA, going a great program, by the way. NAU is a great. Anybody go there, trust me. Stick with them, and they'll develop you. I've seen a lot of people go to the league out of there. So.
But you went from there and you took a step back.
I took a step back, yeah.
You had a lot of confidence in yourself to do that.
Yeah, 100%. You got to have a lot of confidence in yourself if you want anything, and especially if you have a goal set. Because you could always settle. You could always say, I'm here, I'm just going to play it out. But if you really want something, you're willing to sacrifice something in order to move forward. So I did that big time.
So
it was a huge risk.
Was UNLV your first calling when at that level? Or did you have other offers and you decided to come home?
I had other offers. I had San Diego State, I had ASU, Purdue.
Damn.
Yeah, we.
So why UNLV? At that time,
it's home. It's home.
That's what I'm saying. You want to keep the talent home, but
exactly, and
you have all Purdue, San Diego State was killing that time too.
Yeah, Purdue was nice. And ASU was always good. But my parents had a lot of say in what I did at that time, so they encouraged me a lot. You know, we in Vegas, come home. Your mama don't want you too far away, so good salespeople. At the end of the day, they sold me on coming back. But at the same time, it was a good move because I got to, establish my name in the community. I'm a part of the Alumni Foundation here at UNLV as well. So just stay home and build your where you from. And I don't see a lot of athletes now that are willing that want to actually do that. You see so many want to go out of state and wonder why this program suffers so much in the past years. I don't know how they're going to do coming in the future because more NFL teams are moving here and it's more sports here and it's more culture starting to come here. But at my time, nobody wanted to be here. Everybody wanted to go out, and they felt like if they went out, they made it. But to me, being here and making a name for myself and building myself in the community was making it. So
that's deep.
Yeah.
What's a memorable moment you had at UNLV? One of your biggest ones, you think?
One of my biggest moments, and it's not a good one. It's not a good one at all. So through we was balling. I felt like it was gonna be my breakout year for sure. I think
Okay.
I felt like I was gonna make it to the where I wanted to be and hopefully get some looks in the NFL. So spring season, they decided to try me out at running back. And it just was just to see because I was fast. I was a linebacker. I was fast, so
Big.
and I was a smaller guy as a linebacker on defense. So they wanted to try me out at running back. So I ended up lining up with one of our guys, Eric Tuoloma. I don't know if you guys know who he is. We ended up lining up.
Sound Hawaiian.
Yeah. So he was an outside linebacker. We came through and ended up just running them smooth over. Like they was like, yeah, run them.
Man, you can't.
Don't put him out there like that.
I thought he was for the.
Nah,
Man.
running them smooth over. So at that point, the coach was like, yeah, keep him at running back. So they put me at running back. And then spring season come, and I'm running plays through running back. They got me at 1. They got me at 2. So during one of our scrimmages, I was going out for like a little hook pass, and I just felt my whole knee just basically collapsed, and I didn't know what was going on. It was probably one of the worst feelings of my life. It was unstable. I tried to get off the field. The coach was like, hey, get off the field. Bring somebody else in. Next man up, exactly. And that at that point, the pain wasn't as serious as the feeling of being replaced and just being a number, and people don't really care about you. So that was a changing moment in my life, bro. Like
That's how you got hurt,
that's how I got hurt.
and that's how you got. That's how it went down. Like
that was it. Yeah, ACL and MCL, PCL. I tore my whole knee. I had to
all
get
the whole knee.
reconstructed. Yeah.
Damn.
So that took me a long time to recover. By the time I was gonna get back even in playing condition, somewhat still a risk. It was mid season.
When you look back on that time, like what do you like think about? Like you said, like nothing stops. Like they keep it moving. Like what was like that your mental like you said because it's over with. Now it's done. And
I mean, you have to create a whole new identity for yourself. You had to figure out what you was gonna do next. It was, you can come back mid-season and try to roll it out.
But is it worth it though? Like
exactly the same question I asked
you're
myself.
You're pushing yourself, and you're not ready, but you just want to play.
Yeah, and all those years of putting in work and develop and dedicating yourself and developing your skill set for that one moment to change everything. And I didn't want that no more for myself. I didn't even want to put my life at that risk because time was everything, and your health is everything. So I had to figure out how to use my mind at that point. It's like, okay, now that I've decided that I'm going to move on, which was the hardest thing of my life to do, because you got these people that don't want to move forward. They don't want to move on. They want to keep trying, go semi-pro, which is cool. Trust me, I it's all honorable at the end of the day, going for your goal, but you got to be realistic too. And life and time, when you get to a certain point, you want to have developed something and build something. So I did that. As soon as I got realized that I didn't want to play no more, and that was it, I went right into entrepreneurship, bro. I got under my psychology degree, communications degree, started soaking in knowledge. I started taking extra classes. I had a mentor named Dominic Morocco, and he was an engineering teacher, but he was a bit entrepreneur, millionaire entrepreneur that would just teach in class just for charity. That's just something he wanted to do. So one of my fellow classmates took me to his class, and I was just sitting in his class every day, no credit, just going there just to learn and soak up game. And since then, I mean, I've became an entrepreneur, and I knew that's what path that was for me, because it's what inspired me and it's what attracted me. So
what'd you like your first dabble in anything? What was it? What'd you first get into business?
So my first dabble, which is crazy, because I was in college. This is my end of my year, about to graduate. I was having events, so I would throw events at some of these hot the Palms, Hustlers, Rooftop. Hustling just we was promoted. It wasn't small at all.
Little conventions or something.
I know this is huge.
That was my first taste at business, like that. Just having those events, putting those together, hiring the DJs, and then cashing out.
What you mean by events?
Promoters. So we were having I realized that a lot of the college students didn't have nothing to do, and then you got these 21-year-olds and 20-year-olds that just don't have nowhere to go. They was shutting down all our clubs at that time for people our age. So I just started having my own private events, and we would rent out the palms, do cabanas and stuff
Nice.
like that. So that was my first taste, and then again, another shift happened. It was like, okay, you getting into this lifestyle where it's a lot of drinking, it's a lot of alcohol, it's a lot of crazy, so you're making bad decisions. At that point, it was like, okay, I want to do something that is going to be sustainable for me. I know I can't sustain being out every night till two, 3 in the morning doing. So I got into my fitness bag. I knew that being an athlete, that was a natural transition for me. Like I knew how to work out. I knew about fitness. I knew about nutrition. All the same elements that I took from my sports, from football, from Coach Fairclough, from Bobby Hawk at UNLV. I just put all that in the package and I just started selling it. And so I was training athletes, we trained women. We did a lot of empowerment. I got my life coaching certificate, my fitness certificate, and I just built a business within. It was mind, body, and soul. Yep.
So, what out of all the businesses you've done so far, what do you think you were the most passionate one about?
I mean, I was the most passionate about the fitness game, 100%. It was because it was natural to me. It was already installed in me. It was the motivation, and at that time, I needed that. That was what was keeping me going. So, it was the physical, the just mind, body, and soul. That connection, and people started just gravitating. The business grew super fast, and we sustained it almost 10 years. I still have my meal prep company that we branched off with that.
What's that called?
It's Mind Body Meals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mind Body Nutrition. We do. My wife, she runs the business right now as the nutrition coach, certified nutrition, and I do most of the back end business stuff. So.
Did you have to get your life coaching certificate, or what made you?
Mindset. I was big on mindset.
I never heard a trainer say that they got their life coaching. Why was that important to get that part of it?
To me, it wasn't necessary, but it was important because you developing people. You getting to see people from the most insecure space in their life where they overweight or they feel like they missing something, and you get the chance to like motivate them and develop them and inspire them and coach them, and they listen to every word that you say. So I wanted to make sure that when I was giving people this information, that I would be more empathetic to what they needed versus just selling them a program or just getting them into working out.
Or working them out, right.
Really just getting into their mind and understanding them and letting them understand so that it will last. Because my whole thing has been transformation and building. Even what I do now today is still transformation and building. Fitness was a vehicle for me. Football was a vehicle for me, but it was always mine. It was always development. It was always build. So it all go hand in hand. It's universal to me.
When you get your clients, what's the biggest self-doubt a client usually has besides the weight?
It's all mental stuff. It's all instant gratification. Everybody want that fast. How long is it gonna take?
Yeah.
Everybody got these habits, and we attack the habits. And the habits it's all mental. It's like repetitive patterns that a person have that they just keep on. And once you change your habits and your principles, you could change everything. The outside start to reflect the inside. So we try to change them from the inside out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you done the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Then you said you got into the hookah business.
Yeah. So that was just when you're doing pretty good and you see an opportunity.
You build them, then destroy them.
Yeah.
No, man. No,
you
man.
see an opportunity. Like I said prior to this, that the fitness game was my MBA in real life, in real time, in real life. I got to learn business. I got to learn customer service. I got to learn leadership, management, learn the numbers, how numbers work, everything about business, and at a scale that I could understand. So for me to duplicate that was easy. So I started looking into business acquisitions, and I bought a hookah lounge that was right across the street from one of my gyms. Just walked in there. I seen, okay, well, the guy's struggling. He making almost $100 a night. It's something wrong here. Like it's something he's not doing right, because the hookah lounge, the down the way, they booming. And
especially out here,
yeah, I just presented them an opportunity. I was like, look, I got a couple of dollars.
What'd you buy it for?
I bought it for like $60,000. Yeah.
And
That ain't a couple of dollars. What you mean?
Yeah. I did a
full buyout?
I did a seller financing deal. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
I
he was
did.
struggling anyways.
Yeah, so he wanted that cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me to present that, and I just dropped it on the table.
So-
I did some ghost stuff.
Did you for real?
Yeah.
That's
Like, look, I got this, man.
Wow.
Take it,
Money
Boss.
Yeah, and he was like, man, yeah, let's. I think it took me like 2 weeks to actually close. Wrote up the bill of sale, and he sold it to me. I got his. We ended up changing the names to Vibes Hookah Lounge, and
So what made you so confident that he was struggling that you could come in and turn around? You were trying to get a different crowd than he was getting, or
nah, just,
You know the events, man. You
yeah,
did it
exactly, yeah, just
Did it before.
transition?
yeah. It was the events. I've had a big following. Marketing.
Already had it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I knew how to market, and that's the game changer. When you know how to market, you can go into any business and make a change and drive it. Once you got that element of sales and marketing, you could do anything for real.
How hard is it not to get too invested in it? Where because you're in the business of just wanting you'll sell
Yeah,
instead of like people that are like your gym. You that was yours.
yeah.
Not wanting to sell. Like how easy is it to sell stuff now?
It's
and not
so
get
easy.
attached?
It's so much easier because once you start changing that mindset of like, this is my baby. That's what everybody say.
Yeah.
Oh, this business is my baby. I got out that mindset right away. I'm like, this is a machine. This is a vehicle, and
Yeah.
my goal isn't to be a gym owner or be a fitness trainer. My goal is to be a billionaire or be a millionaire or multi-millionaire, to make sure I can take care of my family, to grow and build generational wealth for my kids. So once you start taking that mindset, you stop thinking about, you know what I mean, attaching yourself to certain things and using it as leverage. So I just seen it as leverage, and we use that. We in the private equity, they call it leverage buyout. So we basically come in, we see that a business is struggling, we buy it for a low cost, which is $60,000, because the business was probably made well over $60,000.
Yeah.
I got my money back 10 times from the hookah lounge, and you build it up, you get it to that certain level, and then you like, okay, well, I've milked it as much as I can milk it. Let the next person get in. You sell it. You basically get a remainder back plus all the cash flow that you've had accumulated, and then you go on to the next business and see the next opportunity. And you're not attached to nothing. You can continue to build. To me, that's my strategy. It's buy, build, and sell.
Same repetitive thing over
Yeah.
and over. So you're in real estate now too?
Yeah. So I do mainly commercial real estate. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How you like that?
I love it, and it's so much different from anything else I've done because of the learning curve, man. It's a lot to learn. You can't just jump in commercial real estate and think you're gonna
That's a big
do
voice.
Yeah, that's not like you're not opening up a smoke shop where you just you know
Yeah.
what I mean, or doing certain small businesses. You're dealing with people that are sophisticated, and you're dealing with a lot more money. Everybody that you talk to, that you get on the phone with, is a millionaire or multi-millionaire. So you got to come with it, and you got to know what you're talking about. They'll weed you right out.
So what do you look for when you do look for commercial buildings, or is there you just go at it, get whatever you can?
No, so we mainly stick with like retail, industrial, multifamily. Business owners is still my main thing, man. Like people that own business, I love to go into certain places and either help them find a space, help them expand to a new location, relocate, or help the landlord get good businesses in their location. Or if we buy the building, we already coming in knowing what kind of businesses are going to be successful and willing to actually go in there and help them if they are struggling. So, yeah.
So what's next for you? Because you got your hands in everything. What's the next step?
To me, I got a 10-year plan. Let's say that.
You getting out of commercial real estate?
I'm not gonna get out of commercial real estate. Nah, I'm not gonna get out of nothing I'm doing. I'm locked into private equity and real estate for sure. I'll be able to raise more capital for our fund and take it from there. And then the sky's the limit at that point. Help as many people, and then eventually start teaching people how to, you know what I mean, build their wealth and change their family and change their lives. So.
When you so in commercial real estate, so you're not buying the small businesses no more, or you're not business acquisition, buy, build, and resell. That's totally separate from the commercial real estate. Commercial real estate, you just, like you said, properties, multifamily units, office space, business space? Like, what is commercial real estate? Like, what's the main focus in?
So the main focus in commercial real estate is cash flow and business, or cash flow and real estate. So it's the building, the structure that businesses operate in. And go ahead.
Oh, I was like, how do you get the building? How do you become the person selling it?
So I do three things. I help clients buy, I help them sell, I help them lease, and then we'll invest. So, sorry, that's four things. So buy, sell, lease, and then we invest as well. So we have a whole.
You got a group?
Yeah, we have. I mean, I have a team. Yeah, we have a team. Elite Capital Group is my company.
Okay.
So, and then we'll mainly, a lot of my transactions happen through the brokerage aspect of it.
Okay.
And then once we see an opportunity through that brokerage aspect, if it's a good deal, why not? If we don't have a buyer and we have the capital, then we'll go into it, and then it's a whole process through that to acquire the asset as well. So
the capital is easy at this point.
yeah, the capital is getting there. Raising capital is.
That's what I'm saying. How do you raise capital in commercial? Like,
So raising capital is. So this is good. I like that question. So raising capital is the meat and potatoes of the business. Yeah. If you ever want to go into buying a building for your own and that you acquire, you can go in as a GP and you can raise the rest of the deal. So we'll go in, we'll get a loan for a building. Let's say it's a retail building. We'll go and we'll get 75% of the loan, but then we left with the 25%. We could either use our own money to cover the 25% plus the down payment, or we could raise the capital from friends and family, or we go to an institutional investors, which would be like a family office or insurance company, or so.
friends and family
Yeah,
can invest into it,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
or you get it from a. Say that again, or
You can get it from a family office, like an institutional investor, or a PE fund, or a insurance company. Whoever got that money.
but you gotta come up with this plan and you gotta present it to them.
You have to come up with the plan. You got
to. And it's easy to sell to like to an institution or try to get in a PE plan, or it's which was more easier to raise capital. Is it going to your friends, finding people that you know, or is it going to these institutions?
It really just depends on the deal. If you got a big deal, then you might want to go institutional because they got
insurance.
The money. But the downside is they want their money on time. They already have a plan for what they do with their portfolio. If you got a deal, you become more of the employee now, because when it's time to sell, when they want to cash out, you got to kind of listen to them when it comes to institutions. When it comes to retail, you can keep hold. They might want to reinvest into the next deal. So it really just depends on how big your deal is and how much capital you need. But I always start off with friends and family. So we do a lot of networking. We do a lot of outreach to accredited investors. And
so who owns that retail building?
Which one?
The ones so if you have this retail building and you're going into trying to get you're trying to sell it, your group owns the building?
Yeah, so your group as a general partner, you're gonna be owning the building.
So you're buying just different
so you'll buy the building. You go in,
but you never sell it. You kind of lease it.
You can. I mean, most of the time we can sell too at 3 to 5 years, 3 to 7 years, depending on your actual business plan when you come in. You always got to start off with a plan. So let's say I'll give you a full example of how the process will work. So let's say this building that we in right now got multiple offices, got multiple spaces. I would find the information for the seller, for the person that owns it, and I would negotiate a price with them, let them know, okay, well, I'm interested in buying a building. How much do you want for it? If he say, let's say $5 million, my job is as an investor, I would come in either with a bank. We always gonna partner with the bank. You always want to use OPM, other people's money. So I always come with my lenders. I'll go shop it around, see if any of the lenders will take my loan. They cover 65 to 75% of the loan, and I have to cover the rest of it. So to cover the rest of it, we go out raise the capital.
Money. Yep, got it.
So that's when we start building an OM, which is an offer memorandum. It's a pitch deck in a way on what we plan on doing, how we plan on doing it, and how long is it going to take for us to do it, and we pitch that to investors. So let's say our average IRR, which is like their return on investment, is going to be 15 to 18%. So the investors know that at the end of this deal, you're gonna have 15 to 18% return on your investment, plus whatever cash flow we do like a preferred return. We do a waterfall as well. So you getting paid throughout the process as we go and hit our benchmarks, and you get paid at the end once we sell and close at 3 to 5 years. So we don't keep anything forever, but if we do, I mean that then
You use the same lender, the same bank?
no, we shop lenders depending.
How do you get how do you build a relationship? How easy was it for you to build that relationship with the different underwriters and all
Lenders
that?
love lending money, man. That's their job.
Do they? Is
Yeah.
it easy? It's easy to get them going.
If you got a good deal.
How do you gain a trust of a lender? How do you?
You want to? So what I did, and this
Especially
is,
being a new startup and trying to get, and you got a big deal on the table. How they going?
exactly. So for me, we partner with
Bigger
people
company?
that got experience, people that got a track record, people that got that can sign off on the
footprint.
the loan. Yeah. So a sponsor is what they call them. Yeah. So you will find you a sponsor, like let's say me. Like you would come to me, or you would come to my partners that have done this before and be like, hey, I got this deal. Come in on a deal with me. The sponsor will come in, write off, sign the loan, and put that as him as the sponsor, and then you would leverage his experience and his track record, which was
to get the lender
to start. But
you got to pay your sponsor back.
oh, 100%, you gotta pay everybody.
Everybody, so I'm saying that's what I was getting at. So you got a lot of money coming out of the initial sale. Like, so, I mean, does it make the sale profitable? Like, is it?
Yeah, I mean,
it still make it worth it?
You always gotta write yourself in a deal. You always gotta make sure you pay your investors and pay them on time, because you want to continue the relationship. You're not gonna get rich
Everybody eating off
for
you. That's
one
so
deal.
crazy.
You know what I mean? You got to continue to compound and build those relationships and build that trust and credibility. And you want to make sure what we did on our first deal is we wanted to make sure that our investors wanted to keep investing with us. So we'll give them a bigger slice of the pie, a bonus, like just to make them happy. Like, oh, I got this. So how can we get into the next one? And then you keep the process going.
So you already focused on the next one before that one's even done.
I'll lock in on the one that once we get it at that end, we already on to the next for sure. Yeah.
So a couple last questions. I mean, you've done a lot in the city.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to be remembered as?
I want to be remembered. That's a great question as well. I want to be remembered as somebody that inspires, somebody that builds something, somebody that created systems for people to be able to follow, principles for people to be able to follow. I want to leave a mark on this world, man. I don't want to just be here, just living and eating off of the land, but also providing and planting seeds in the youth and people that to come. So wealth, health, and happiness is what
you need to run for city council. You you need to be head of some jurisdiction around here.
I'm
East side,
sure.
Spring Valley, somewhere like you got a lot to give, and you actually got traction in the city. Like you got very motivating. Got good leadership. You got good leadership qualities.
Appreciate it, man.
You definitely
Now we appreciate you coming out. Like I said, I mean, another pillar to the city, especially going to UNLV.
Yes, sir.
So.
Hey man, you gotta get them alumni start, man.
Yeah.
Donating money, man. Rebuild the city, man. Come on, man. Where they
I'm
at?
on my way.
Where
We
all
getting
these
there,
players at, man? I know come on, man.
Yeah, bring them. Let's get them together, man. If we could bring people together that want to rebuild and want to start buying, it's so much opportunity, and we need it.
Yeah, it
we
is.
need
I know.
as much support as possible. So
You see how they redeveloping Northtown? They probably bring a whole new downtown, multi-family units. Like that's
Exactly.
where all the money. Yeah, really.
North,
like
Centennial,
man, we gotta
Aliante.
man. We need to get up in this. Like
Space
yo,
everywhere.
yeah, we got
keep
space and
building.
opportunity, bro.
man, we letting the wrong ones
But,
take
we
our city
appreciate
back.
You coming out, and like I said, wish you luck in the future and keep on going because you're part of the city for sure.
Appreciate you, man.
Aareon Smith, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Yes, sir.